Today I'm doing a Lightroom tutorial and it is entitled Import Images and Apply a Linear Profile Preset. If you enjoy working with linear profiles, you don't want to miss this tutorial. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly. On today's episode, I want to show you how to import images into Lightroom and apply a linear profile preset to them, which is really a big time saver, especially if you're always working with linear profiles. And by the way, if you don't yet have a linear profile for your camera, I will leave you a link to this page where you could pick up a free linear profile. Tony Kuipers provides these for you. There's also a write-up about linear profiles, what they're all about, kind of how to use them. And there's also a link to my TK Friday video where I show you how to install a linear profile. And then there's a list of all the different cameras. And if Tony Kuipers doesn't have your camera in this list here, which he has pretty much all cameras here, if he doesn't, you can request him to make one for you. And also, by the way, there's a sale on right now at Topaz. You can get Topaz Denoise AI for $20 off. The sale ends July 8th, so you just have a couple more days. I'll leave an affiliate link in the description below this video. Just click on that. That'll take you to the sale page. And you can also use my promo code, David Kelly, and save an additional 15% off any of the Topaz software. So that's a nice savings for you. It helps out my channel, and I appreciate it when you use my link and use my promo code and save yourself some money. You know, Topaz software is really good, especially Denoise and Sharpen AI and Gigapixel AI. They also have an image quality bundle where you can get all the apps here at a special savings as well. And my promo code, David Kelly, saves you 15% off that as well. Okay, now let's get into the video. I just thought it was important to let you know about that Topaz Sale and as well as how to get your free linear profile. As far as linear profiles are concerned, a lot of folks are starting to really use them. It is a really great starting point to start an edit of an image, and I highly recommend it. And if you watch my TK Friday videos, you know I use them all the time. Now, here's an image from my Canon 40D. It's an older Canon camera, by the way. Anyway, regardless, it does a really nice job. But this is what it looks like with an Adobe color profile. Now let me put on a linear profile to show you what it looks like. Here's what it looks like with a linear profile. And you may say, well, gosh, Dave, that looks horrible. Well, basically you're seeing the raw file as flat as it can be, but it gives you a great starting point, and from here you can work and build up. Also, I'm going to link you to this blog post from Tony Kuipers' Good Light Journal. Read up on it, and also sign up for Tony Kuipers' blog. I highly recommend it. You'll love it. You'll get a lot of good information here, but this is going to tell you about linear profiles. And it also links to my video is how to install the linear profile. So check out this blog post. You'll be glad you did. Okay, so now my image looks really flat, but here's my next step when I'm using a linear profile. I always like to click this auto button here, and as you can see right now, it looks much better. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll come in and make sure, check my white and black point, make sure they're not clipping or anything like that. Sometimes Lightroom will do that. So like you can see my blacks are clipped a little bit, so I may pull those back just a little bit so they're not clipping. And then I'll look at my white point. I can see this could move over a little bit here. It's not really touching the right side of the histogram. So I may just pull this to the right just a little bit. I don't want to go too far, but I'm thinking right around there. To my eye, looks pretty good. And then what I like to do next is go into tone curve, and then I like to play with the highlights, lights, darks, and shadows. I just adjust these sliders to it looks a little bit more contrasty, just a little bit. I don't want to go too over the top with contrast into Photoshop because the next step is Photoshop, and that's where I'll be using the TK plugin for Photoshop. I'll usually start out with the highlights, and I'll drag it to the right and to the left to see which way I want to go. And I think a little bit to the right, and then I'll work with the lights and just kind of tweak it and get it to the point where it looks nice according to what my eye likes to see. Okay. And I think somewhere right around there. Now you can shut the tone curve off right here by clicking, and you can see before and after the tone curve. And that's basically it, but I'll also go into detail. I'll use default sharpening. I won't use any noise reduction because I'll save that for Photoshop. I'll use Topaz Denoise AI on that. And then I always go into lens corrections and make sure I have remove chromatic aberrations checked on and enable profile corrections checked on as well. And that's it. But that's kind of my workflow using a linear profile and the TK8 plugin for Photoshop. Now let me show you how I make the preset. Now to get to your linear profile after you've installed your linear profile, you're going to find it in your list of profiles. Now see these 4 squares here. If you click on here, you're going to see all your different profiles in here. And you're going to find your linear profile in this list right here. So linear profile. So make sure you have that. Make sure you click that on. Now you see the little star. If you favorite a linear profile, I want to show you something really cool. It'll show up in this list right here. See this profile list? It'll show all your favorite profiles here. And your linear profile should be at the bottom of this list. And just make sure it's on. That's very important. That's an important first step if you want to make a preset. You got to make sure you have that linear profile on for the camera that you want to make the profile for. Now, that profile is only going to be specific to that particular camera. If you have several cameras, you're going to need to get a linear profile for each one of those cameras. But remember, they're free. You can get them right off of Tony Kuipers' linear profile repository site, which you'll have linked in the description below. Okay, so you see I have my linear profile here listed, and that's important. You have to have that listed. But let's look over at our presets. Let's look at the top of the presets where I have my user presets up here. If you want to add a preset, you just click on this plus button. But I want to show you these presets here. You'll notice I have a preset called Linear Profile Canon 5D Mark II. It's grayed out because I'm using a 40D, so it cannot be used. That's why it's grayed out. And you'll also notice I have one called Linear Profile Canon 5D Mark II Auto. The first preset just has the linear profile on it. The second preset has the linear profile with the auto settings. And I'll show you how to make 2 if you want to. But I highly recommend that you at least have one with the linear profile and the auto setting. That way, if you have a whole bunch of images that you want to import, it's going to save you a lot of time if you already have the linear profile added to those images. And if you know you're always going to use the auto setting, it's nice to be able to have that applied as well so you can get right to work on your images. Now, the next one is the linear profile Canon 40D, and when I hover over it, you can see what that linear profile looks like. It looks very flat because that linear profile is applied at that point. But let me show you how to make a preset with the linear profile applied as well as the auto setting. We're going to click this plus to add a preset, but before you do that, you got to make sure that profile is set up for your linear profile. So click this drop down here, and if it's favorited, make sure you click on linear profile. If you don't have it favorited, then you could come here to the 4 squares, click on here and find it. Click on it and then click close. And now it's up here as your profile. So that's important. Then what you need to do is come over to the presets and click the plus, click create preset, and then you want to give it a name. I'm calling this one Linear Profile Canon 40D Auto because it's going to have the linear profile and the auto settings will be automatically applied. Under the preset name, you'll see group, and by default, it goes into your user presets. But if you click this drop down, you can put them anywhere that you would like. But I recommend user presets. Now you'll notice we have all these different check boxes, and yours may look something like this, where they're all checked on. Here's how I recommend that you start out. Just click on check none, clear these all out. Under settings, you want to make sure you have treatment and profile checked on. But remember, under profile, make sure your linear profile is set here. That's very important. Now for auto settings, all you have to do, see right here in this separate category of auto settings, go ahead and check that on. Then every time you use this preset, it'll apply the linear profile along with the auto settings. If you want to make a second preset without auto settings, just uncheck the auto settings and give it a name like I have here, Linear Profile Canon 40D or whatever your camera name is, and just leave auto off. That way it'll just have the linear profile on it. But in my case, I want auto settings on because remember, I want to show you how to do an import with a linear profile with auto settings already done for you, and that saves you a lot of time in your editing process. Now here's something else that can save you time on an import. Whatever settings you've adjusted, like sharpening or lens corrections, if you made adjustments there, you can add those to the import as well. For instance, I used that default 40 of sharpening, so I'm going to click on sharpening, and I also had lens corrections, remove chromatic aberrations, and enable profile corrections checked on. So I'm going to go ahead and click this checkbox. So that means it will remove chromatic aberrations on all the images on the import, enable the profile corrections as well as distortion and vignetting issues. It'll take care of all that at one fell swoop on all the images. So that's a big time saver. So I have my auto settings on, I have my linear profile attached for this Canon 40D, and I have sharpening as well as lens corrections all taken care of at one time. Now remember, I made this preset for my Canon 40D. You'll have to make individual presets for each one of your cameras if you have several cameras. Now once you're satisfied with all your settings, again, I have auto settings, treatment and profile. I have sharpening as well as lens corrections all set up for me for my import. All I need to do at this point is click Create. And now you'll notice in our list here, we have our linear profile Canon 40D, and then we have auto. And when I hover over auto, you can see what it looks like with the auto settings. Next up, I'm going to show you how to apply that preset to the images that you're importing into Lightroom. Right now, I'm in the develop module, so click on library, get in the library module, and you're going to find import down here. Now, obviously, everyone out there knows how to import images into Lightroom. So let's click on import. The first thing we need to do is select a source. Now, they could be on a memory card. In my case, I made a specific folder called Linear Profile Import, where I'm going to find my files, and here they are. These are raw files, unprocessed. Now, what we need to do is come over to the right side of the interface, and this is where you're going to find this area where it says Apply during import. If this is closed, you need to open it up by clicking on the triangle. And see here where it says Develop Settings. Click on this drop-down menu. And you'll notice you have all these different presets that you can apply to the import. We want to come under User Presets, and it's the top of the list here, and just find the preset you want. Now, I know this is a Canon 40D, not a 5D Mark II, so it's important that you pick the right camera. Now, I can just apply a linear profile with this preset without the auto settings, or I can click on this one, Linear Profile Canon 40D Auto. Click on that. So now you'll see the develop settings. Whenever I import these images, the Canon 40D linear profile will be applied along with auto settings. I'm just going to add these images. They're just going to stay right where they are. I'm going to build one-to-one previews. You could build smart previews if you want. You can have, I always check this on, don't import suspected duplicates. I have no suspected duplicates here. All I need to do now is click import. And now the images are being imported into Lightroom. And here they are. Let me go ahead and double click this image, and let's open up the develop module. And you'll notice there's the linear profile with the auto settings. And I could go through some of the different images here, and you can see they have linear profiles and they've already automatically been adjusted, which is pretty darn nice. And this is really, quite frankly, a great time saver. Now you know how to import your images into Lightroom with linear profiles and the auto settings applied as well. Well, there it is, everyone. Hey, please leave comments and questions. I really want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about this, if you think this is going to help you out in your linear profile workflow. If you enjoyed this tutorial today, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe and click that bell notification icon. And then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll be notified about it. Well, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly, and I'll see you all right here next time. But until then, happy editing.